Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL, Brock his 3rd as a starter. From Utah State, it's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion right. To the air with Love. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
First, you try to run it. Second, you try to throw it. And both times, you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play, and the other better wake up.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. Collects this at the 35. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He's got it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They run it with Saquon Barkley. This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. A gain of 27 on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. And that zone read goes backwards, Brock. They hand him a loss of 5.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Hurts now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Packers nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Love now off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 40. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, This is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They stick with Jacobs. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
McManus sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. He dodged the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First down throwing for Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. And excellent. So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It's caught, it's Saquon Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts. He's going to tuck it and run. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. And an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Dotson now in motion right. Hurts on 1st down. Hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. First down, a run with Barkley. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Play action, Hurts has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get 6 more on their early advantage. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
14. Packers 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Throwing on first down, Love. He finds Jacobs here underneath. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets the looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. And it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
10
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. Love using the legs here. He's still going at the 30. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They gain 14 on the play, and it'll be 1st down, Packers.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And they just get the play off. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he covers up after a nice gain right near that marker. Gonna need a little bit more now on 3rd down. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. On target to Musgrave. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Gibson now to return. Escapes the defender, and this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They put a receiver in motion here left. He'll work against the blitz. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Hurts to throw. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for an Eagles first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 13 on the pickup, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Pressure coming. It's Hurts. Catch made. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hurts with it on third and short. Finds Barkley underneath. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's another Eagles first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Eagles.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
They'll go for the gun with Barkley. Jukes away from one. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
17 more yards. And an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles lead by 14. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles lead by 15 now.
21, Packers 6.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out now runs the Packer offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Packers getting set here. First and 10. to Jacobs to start the drive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Going run again with Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
That's a gain of 6.
Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
3rd and 2, up to throw. Has his man, it stops. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Love now on 1st and 10. Man downfield, he's got it. That's Dobbs. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Jacobs goes up and over for the touchdown. The Packers trim the lead down to 9. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers get it back to within 1 score.
21. Packers 13.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Gibson now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On third down, it's Hurts. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Brought down before the return gets far. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Love now, off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Back to the air. Love. That one's complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. To the air on 3rd and long. He was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Third and long for him here. is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again.
The previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
No change to the call on the field, so the challenge fails, and they can no longer challenge anything the rest of the way. They've got first down from the 31. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends are fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Packers, looking at 2nd and 3. There's Love to throw. Now setting up a screen for Jacobs. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. It's caught out right by Golden. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Love with it on 1st down. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield. Savion Williams, the intended target. So it'll be 2nd down.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest, and I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. He finds him over the middle. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
The Eagles go dime for this third down call. Stick it in the air. Love. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down from the 31. Once more, it's Love. Escapes the pocket. He's got it in the red zone. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's good for the Packers. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone on first. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Love from the gun. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
McManus on for the extra point. And he hits the extra point. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And clinging to this 1-point lead, Brock, probably don't want to risk too much here. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So that brings up second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Hurts trying again on second down. Finds his man over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Nickel look by the Packers on third down. Throwing here, Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And he'll get it up to the 44. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First call here, coming from the shotgun. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On second down, here's Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Packers all set to get back out there. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Takes the handoff, now Love. That's complete to Musgrave. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Golden motioning left. On second down, Jacobs gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Turning to Jacobs on third. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Now Love on the play fake. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Play action, Love. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Well run, Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Love out of the shotgun. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grab the lead on their first series of the half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Here's Love up to the line. 2-point attempt coming.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete! And it was real close, but they got to him just in time. He's shoved out at the 1, and they're denied the 2 points.
21.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Gibson now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He's got Brown on the slant. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Barkley trying this up the gut. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
They send a man in motion. Hurts. That's him on the quick hitter. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Will Sloughton puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Hurts now from the gun. Brought in. And it looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that first down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
The Packers take their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They'll send out the punting unit, and he'll try to hit this one well. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Love now, off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Back to the air, Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down throw, here's Love. Finds him over the middle. Short pick up to their own 31. Zach Vaughn with the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. He's got a gain of 6 there. You know, the Sun had that incredible breakout season last year. Was that bomb?
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd and 2, like to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hurts to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They send a tight end in motion. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. It was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Here's Saquon. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Michael Parsons making that play.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the Packers' 31-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. They'll air it out on third. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 29. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's blocked down real close to that goal line at the 1. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Barkley going to try to smash his way in. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. I think they might have taken that 1st down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on 3rd down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that 2nd one far bigger than his 1st when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the 2nd half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this 2-point play.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. And And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Put the body on the line for his team. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Love now. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they shove him out before he can get upfield. 3rd down coming up. Now the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming. Love from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're left with 4th and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And with where that punt stuck them, Brock, this is going to be tough to repeat the touchdown from their last drive. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Smith snags it over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's right near that first down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. It's a sneak, Hurts. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
No gain on the play.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
And 6 at the 32-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Love. And downfield, he's got it. That's Dobbs. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Savion Williams that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Stick it in the air. Love. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Gibson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Run lost of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Hurts now from the gun. Makes the catch. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And an Eagle 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They go play fake with Hurts. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Hurts setting up to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Eagles needing a couple. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. Ball on the left hash, the distance 53 yards. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing now. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. They look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Loves to throw again. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Green Bay.